Nobody told me. I blame y'all. There's a daggone story on Fox News called "What Caused an Entire Police Force to Resign." And ain't nobody tell me. That's why we about to check this out, man. What the world?
Black Lives Matter has to be really happy because an entire police force gone.
They successfully defunded it.
It almost sounds like a movie. Every single full-time officer, including the police chief of Kenly, North Carolina, has resigned in protest of a new town manager. Chief Josh Gibson said Justine Jones is creating a hostile work environment and the department can no longer perform its duties and its services to the community. Chief Gibson joins me now exclusively along with his attorney, Height Phil.
Anybody got any numbers on what has happened and transpired in that community since this happened? I would like to know that, man, because that's just nuts. I never believed that removing police from any neighborhood would be the smart thing to do. I mean, police serve a purpose. God dang it! I mean, come on now. Be smarter than that.
How has the town manager created a hostile work environment for law enforcement?
Well, she came in, first of all, to start giving us tasks and all these projects all the time. And unfortunately, we're a very low-man department. We only have 5 officers. And I was working double shifts at the time to try to keep up officer safety and be there with the other officers in case something happened. We're a town of about 2,000 people. And so she kept on doing things like that. Then at one point, she wrote me up. And she wrote me up for being late for work. And I was like, no, ma'am, I haven't been late to work at any time. She said, yes, you have. You've either been in the hallway, in the foyer. You have not been sitting at your desk at 8 o'clock.
Oh, I hate those type of daggone managers, man. Like, let people do their daggone job. You just want to start sugar honey iced tea because you the HNIC. Listen, I'm not going to break down what HNIC mean. Some of y'all already know. But that's, you know, you're not doing a good job. If you're micromanaging like that and you're creating an unhealthy work environment, then that's your issue. That's your issue. Now y'all are daggone copless.
In the morning. I was like, yes, ma'am. Then she wrote me up for going to businesses and talking with businesses. She wrote me up for talking with council members that I've known for 20 years.
So she was targeting you, Josh. Josh, so you think,
yes,
I'm actually looking at the, you know, her reprimands of you, her written warnings, and I'm thinking to myself, she didn't like you. She
ain't like him at all. She should. I mean, he should sue her. Does he have a case if he tried to sue her? Or that right there. Sorry to say this, but if y'all listen, if you're black and you hear this right now, don't judge me too daggone harshly. But sorry to say it, that's complete racism what she's doing. Anybody else? If I was working somewhere and I had a white manager, supervisor, who treated me the way that she is treating this gentleman, what else would I chalk it up to? Especially, I'm coming to work on time. I'm doing my job. There's no complaints. I'm having conversations with local businesses, and everybody know me as a good guy. And you are the reason why I'm stressed out at work, and you're constantly micromanaging when I don't need that. When you can pay your attention to something else or someone else, and you're constantly coming down on me. That's racism. Sorry. And I know I checked out a video earlier today that debunked that whole thing. Well, it didn't debunk it. Somebody put it out there. It was definitely not a debunk. But somebody said, man, you can't be racist towards a white person. This right here, it's racism.
He was targeting you. These are pretextual, and Phil, you can chime in. But this all seems like, sorry, but total BS. I mean, this just is ridiculous. Height, sorry.
It is total BS.
Yeah, Height. Yeah, I mean, this is just classic targeting.
It's classic example of a municipal head that seeks to, and likely has no experience at all in law enforcement or training, seeks to micromanage a police agency over Chief Gibson here, who has 21 years experience, as well as 17 years of those as a police chief. She wants to implement all these rules and essentially control everything he does, from sitting at his desk to who he speaks with. In fact, he can't even speak with her if he has a quick question or something unless he sets an appointment ahead of time. That's untenable, and it puts the public at risk.
Well,
it's unfortunate that you'll use your daggone your opportunity as a police chief as so negatively and oh no, counterintuitive, counterproductive, all of those things. It's like nothing's getting done. All you're doing is creating a horrible work environment. How do you expect for these police to go out and serve after that? I mean, they already work under stress and pressure already. You're just adding to that. Well, how in the world does this help? It's ridiculous, man. I don't get it. And I don't get it.
How did she get hired? Because I see that she sued a previous employer for racial discrimination.
Oh, Lord.
Right? A black woman obviously sued her previous employer, Richland County, South Carolina, for gender and racial discrimination after she was terminated in March of 2015, alleging hostile treatment by Richland County leaders and her supervisor, retaliating for reporting bad behavior. That lawsuit was later.
Hurt people hurt people. That's what this is. That's the only thing I can look at it as. Hurt people hurt people. And as a matter of fact, the way that she has been treating her employees, I'm inclined not to even believe what she claimed happened at her last job. This is the type of thing right there when you cry wolf and it end up shooting everybody in the foot, you are negatively affecting not only yourself but other people who come behind you. You're putting, if people didn't have if these police never had a racist bone in their body, you are giving them their first black person to hate. Think about that. That's the truth. You're constantly badgering people who just come to work to take care of their families. And you are like this mother, just, if they didn't see color before, they about to stop.
Voluntarily dismissed, although court records don't reveal why. So how did you go from South Carolina suing for racial discrimination, ending up in your small town in North Carolina, Josh? Who hired her?
I wish I could. The town council does that. They use a company called Triangle J that supposedly vets these people, and they give like a nomination for them to select these candidates. And so it was all with the town council. We were not included in any selection process or vetting of anything. It was all with the town council and Triangle J.
And Height, I know that Josh was also accused of socializing in town?
Yes.
What? So you're never supposed to social? I don't even understand this.
Yeah,
Hey, what you doing being nice to them people? Get your butt, go beat somebody over the head or something. Go arrest somebody. Being nice to people. I better not drive through here one more time and see you being nice to nobody. You be mean. Pull out your gun, your club, something. Tase somebody. I don't care, anybody. Tase somebody. Matter of fact, give me your taser. I'll show you how it's done. See that person right there? They all smiling, walking down the street, happy with their children. You see that? You're supposed to tase their ass. Tase them. Make their back pockets hot.
keep in mind, Chief is from this area. It's 2,000 people. Everyone knows everyone. He's known people for many, many years. And part of important duty of being a police chief is community outreach and be able to connect with community. His socializing, quote unquote, is reaching out to the community and keeping the relations in good stead and hearing from them and getting feedback from them so he can be the best police chief that he has been.
Well, Chief, that's what Black Lives Matter and all these social justice activists said that they wanted. The police to get in with the community, as Height just said, and work with the community, find out what's on their minds. But now I guess we have to get new marching orders. That's not what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, and that's how
this
I
woman's
felt
a nightmare.
Also.
She's a nightmare. I'm sorry. They got to get rid of her. And they got to get rid of her and bring you all back. I know the town wants you all back because we have our sources. But Height, thank you for representing him. Chief, thank you very much for joining us. We're going to be following this story.
Hey, Sean.
This is just somebody being power hungry and you're going to ruin the community that way. And guess what? If anybody ever does this and they have this type of power where they are over a police force or whatever, and they're treating people the way that she was treating people, you can't even socialize with the people in the community that you're trying to serve and protect. Come on, that's just evil. Who raised you? Last time you've been to church? Last time you said a prayer? You need to do both. I don't know what you need to do, but what you don't need to do is do that job. You need to be fired. Where's Donald Trump when you need him? Say, you're fired. Say that, Donald Trump. That's what we need to do. I want to hear what y'all got to say about this in the comments below. And if you have yet to hit that sub button, please make sure you do so on your way out the door. Once again, guys, I'm Van, and now we are all the LFR family. And I look forward to seeing you on the next video, hopefully inside the Patreon as well. Y'all have been amazing per usual. I love y'all.